Wealthy women stopped buying La Mer, Chanel, and Dior years ago, and what they're using instead costs a fraction of the price and actually works. I'm exposing the 12 luxury skincare brands that are complete scams, why dermatologists are furious I'm making this video, and the 12 evidence-based alternatives that could save you thousands of dollars and years of barrier damage. Chapter 1. La Mer. $380 for 60 milliliters. That's La Mer's crème de la mer, and you're paying for a mythology built on mineral oil, petrolatum, and fragrance cocktails that trigger chronic inflammation in aging skin. Independent laboratory testing by Regimen Lab revealed something the brand never wanted you to know. La Mer's ability to reduce transepidermal water loss is negative 16%, statistically identical to an $11 tin of Nivea creme. In the same hydration test, Nivea actually outperformed La Mer 12% to 11%. The formulation relies on the cheapest possible base: mineral oil, petrolatum, and paraffin. What's worse, it contains a heavy fragrance load, including limonene, geraniol, and linalool, that acts as a sensitizer. Meaningful concentrations of barrier-repairing ceramides or peptides are entirely missing. A cosmetic chemist broke down the actual ingredient cost at approximately $8 per jar, meaning you're paying a 37,000% markup for packaging and marketing. The famous miracle broth that La Mer built its reputation on. It's primarily fermented algae with no published clinical studies proving it delivers anti-aging results superior to basic moisturizers. Department store beauty counters train sales associates to apply La Mer using specific massage techniques, creating a theatrical ritual that makes you believe the product itself is performing miracles when it's actually just the physical manipulation temporarily increasing circulation. But here's what wealthy women who actually understand cellular science are buying instead. Augustinus Bader's The Rich Cream at $315. Formulated by the biomedical scientist who pioneered stem cell therapy for burn victims, this cream uses patented trigger factor complex 8 to deliver what La Mer never could. Clinical trials demonstrated a 37% reduction in forehead wrinkles within 4 weeks, with 96% of users reporting visibly firmer skin. This is what dermatologists use on their own faces. Victoria Beckham has called this her desert island product. And unlike her La Mer endorsements from years past, she's not being paid to say it. La Mer charges for heritage. Augustinus Bader charges for transformation. Chapter 2. Dr. Barbara Sturm. The Sturm Glow. You've seen it on Instagram, heard celebrities swear by it, and watched your dermatologist roll their eyes. Dr. Barbara Sturm's sun protection drops promise molecular anti-inflammatory magic, but cosmetic chemists have a different term for it: scientifically unproven marketing theater. The brand positions itself as a leader in anti-inflammatory skincare, yet the formulations contain fragrance and ethanol, directly contradicting their core marketing message. The hero ingredient, purslane, lacks a robust evidence base. More troubling, the highly marketed sun protection drops lack comprehensive testing data proving their claimed protection levels. What's entirely absent are gold standard actives like retinoids or stable L-ascorbic acid at effective concentrations. While Dr. Sturm charges premium prices promising anti-inflammatory healing, her own formulas contain the exact irritants dermatologists spend careers warning against. It's not just overpriced, it's hypocritical fraud. When pressed for clinical data at a dermatology conference, the brand's representatives couldn't provide a single published study. The alternative dermatologists recommend instead, for photoaging protection, is SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic Serum. This formulation is considered the gold standard for topical antioxidants, backed by decades of peer-reviewed skin cancer research. The patent-protected formula combines 15% L-ascorbic acid, 1% vitamin E, and 5% ferulic acid. Clinical testing using ultraviolet photography demonstrated a 73% reduction in free radical damage. This is the serum in 90% of dermatology offices, with over 40 published studies in peer-reviewed journals, something Dr. Sturm can't claim for even one product. Dr. Sturm sells a glow. SkinCeuticals delivers measurable protection against collagen breakdown. If exposing luxury scams like Laneige and Dr. Sturm with clinical evidence has already saved you money, subscribe to this channel. Every week, I break down which beauty products are frauds and which ones actually work, so you never waste another dollar on mineral oil marketed as miracles. Chapter 3. Zoe Skin Health. $49 for a gentle cleanser. That's what medical spas charge for Zoe Skin Health's foundation step, and dermatologists call the inclusion of fragrance in this formula criminal. If you've ever trusted a medical spa recommendation and walked out with premium-priced skincare, you've been targeted for barrier destruction disguised as medical-grade care. The formula contradicts basic dermatological principles for sensitive skin by including high concentrations of fragrance listed as parfum and color dyes. What's absent are barrier-respecting lipids and soothing agents, replaced instead by known sensitizers that trigger inflammation with every use. A dermatologist in Beverly Hills told me she sees 3 to 5 patients monthly who've developed contact dermatitis from Zoe's Gentle Cleanser. They trusted the medical spa, paid $49, and ended up needing prescription treatment to repair the damage. One patient developed such a severe reaction that her skin remained red and inflamed for 6 months despite treatment. Medical spas push Zoe products because they earn 40 to 60% commission on every sale. At the exact same price point, medical estheticians choose IS Clinical Cleansing Complex at $48. This formulation utilizes pharmaceutical-grade botanicals, including willow herb extract, antioxidants, and gentle resurfacing agents to provide deep cleansing and cellular healing without stripping the skin's natural barrier. The formula completely avoids barrier-damaging artificial fragrances and dyes. When blind tested against Zoe in a clinical setting, IS Clinical showed 0 instances of irritation across 100 participants, while Zoe triggered reactions in 18%. But if you think fragrance in cleansers is troubling, the next brand is charging $375 for 1% orchid extract. Chapter 4. Guerlain Orchid. Imperial internal emails from formulation labs revealed the truth. $375 for Guerlain's Orchid Imperial, where the vital force of an orchid was reverse calculated at approximately 1%. Industry experts examined the proprietary extract and determined you're paying a 50 times markup for imperial aesthetics rather than bioactive potency. The cream's matrix is primarily built on inexpensive synthetic esters, including isodecyl isononanoate and pentylene glycol tetraester, which cause acne reactions in 3 to 5% of consumers. The marketed hero ingredient is severely underdosed at roughly 1% of the total formula, and verifiable collagen-stimulating activities are entirely absent. 1% orchid extract means 99% of your money buys glass and lies. A former Guerlain counter-manager revealed that staff are trained to emphasize the exotic sourcing story and avoid discussing actual concentrations when customers ask about efficacy. Here's what plastic surgeons recommend to their facelift patients instead: Skin Better Science Alpha Ret Overnight Cream. This formulation features proprietary alpha-ret technology, a patented fusion combining a retinoid and an alpha-hydroxy acid into a single highly stable molecule. The delivery system offers high-potency renewal without inflammation. In clinical trials, patients using alpha-ret post-procedure healed 30% faster and maintained results 40% longer than those using traditional retinoids or luxury creams like Guerlain. Which would you choose? 1% orchid extract or patented retinoid technology that actually rebuilds collagen? Chapter 5. Chanel Sublimage Vanilla as an active ingredient. You trusted the Chanel name, believed the chronopeptide claims, and assumed French luxury meant French science. But Chanel's Sublimage L'Extrait de Nuit positions fragrant vanilla planifolia and a mysterious chronopeptide as the path to rested skin, while technical analysis reveals something shocking. The ingredients list contains no recognizable peptides at all. Technical INCI analysis reveals that the formula lacks any recognizable peptides despite the prominent chronopeptide claims on the packaging. Actual clinical peptides, stable antioxidants, and verifiable skin-restoring complexes are completely absent. Instead, the brand is essentially marketing a divine-smelling bedtime ritual as a core anti-aging mechanism. Why would Chanel call it a chronopeptide when there are no peptides? Because they're betting you won't check the INCI list. When questioned about this discrepancy, Chanel's response was that chronopeptide refers to the timing of application rather than the presence of actual peptides, a semantic sleight of hand that borders on deceptive advertising. The medical-grade alternative for actual structural restoration is Neocutis Bio Serum Firm at $290. Engineered specifically for skin healing, this medical-grade serum is formulated with proprietary processed skin cell proteins technology, delivering high concentrations of human growth factors and targeted peptides. Clinical studies demonstrate these growth factors increase collagen and elastin with 30% faster healing rates. Plastic surgeons use this on their own surgical patients because it contains the same growth factors your skin naturally produces to heal wounds, just in concentrated therapeutic doses. Chanel sells olfactory theatre. Neocutis delivers scientifically verified regeneration for severe volume loss and deep folds. Chapter 6. La Prairie Skin Caviar. Caviar extract appears after preservatives on the ingredient list. That's La Prairie's Skin Caviar Luxe Cream, priced between $294 and $500. Where the heavily marketed hero ingredient is added at such low percentages, it's used purely for label claims rather than efficacy. You believe the Swiss laboratory heritage, trusted the luxury retail experience, and paid hundreds for what dermatological analysis reveals is silicone-based surface theatre. Dermatological analysis of the ingredient deck shows the heavily marketed caviar extract often appears after preservatives, indicating it sits below 1% of the total formulation. The formula relies heavily on standard silicones and fillers to create an artificial smoothing effect on the skin's surface, rather than delivering genuine biological transformation. An investigative cosmetic chemist calculated that the actual caviar content per jar costs La Prairie approximately 40 cents, while they charge up to $500, creating a markup that exceeds 100,000% on the hero ingredient alone. What French estheticians call quiet luxury actually looks like this: Biologique Recherche Lotion P50. Representing the epitome of clinical formulation, this treatment physically retextures the skin and balances its pH without relying on commercial marketing fluff. The highly concentrated, cold-formulated blend combines alpha-hydroxy acid, beta-hydroxy acid, and polyhydroxy acid alongside raw botanical and marine extracts. The formula avoids all fillers and commercial perfumes. Celebrities visiting Paris for Fashion Week book emergency facials at Institut Biologique Recherche specifically for this product. Not because it's luxurious, but because it visibly transforms skin texture within 48 hours. Which would you rather? Caviar theatre or intensive exfoliation that genuinely strengthens your barrier? 6 luxury brands exposed, and you're starting to see the pattern. Exotic ingredients added at trace amounts. Fragrance marketed as active therapy. Heritage names charging 50 times markup for standard bases wrapped in heavy glass. 1% orchid extracts. 0 peptides despite chronopeptide claims. Caviar appears after preservatives. 37,000% markups on $8 formulas. But here's what makes this even more infuriating. The next 6 brands are even bigger household names. Luxury empires you've trusted for decades. And the alternatives wealthy women actually use will surprise you, because real luxury isn't about packaging or prestige placement. It's about results you can measure in clinical photography. What's coming next includes artificial intelligence exposing formula theft, dermatologists de-influencing viral sensations, and the dependency cycles engineered to keep you buying products that make your skin worse. Drop a comment if you've wasted money on any of these brands. You're not alone, and your experience might save someone else hundreds of dollars. Which luxury scam shocked you most? Chapter 7. Dior Capture Totale. Artificial intelligence exposed fraud. An 81% ingredient matches with standard alternatives. That's what AI-driven analysis revealed about Dior's Capture Totale superpotent serum, proving you're paying a heritage tax for floral science claims and L'Oreal parent company formulas repackaged in luxury bottles. As a subsidiary brand, Dior often shares fundamental formula DNA with significantly cheaper products manufactured under the L'Oreal umbrella. Artificial intelligence-driven ingredient analysis tools reveal this serum has an 81% active ingredient match with mid-range standard alternatives. Proprietary high-potency innovations are entirely absent, replaced instead by standard, inexpensive emollients dressed up in haute couture packaging. A former L'Oreal formulation chemist confirmed that Dior and L'Oreal Paris often source from the same ingredient suppliers and use nearly identical base formulas, with Dior adding premium fragrance and luxury packaging to justify charging 5 to 10 times more for essentially the same product. What plastic surgeons developed for extreme environments instead is 111 Skin Y Theorem Repair Serum NACY2. Originally created by plastic surgeon Dr. Yanis Alexandridis in collaboration with space scientists, this serum was engineered to treat and protect skin in high-altitude conditions where environmental stress accelerates aging. The patented NACY2 complex works alongside vitamin C and hyaluronic acid to enhance collagen production. This formula was literally tested on astronauts and mountaineers before being adapted for cosmetic use. How much is the Dior name worth to you when the formula underneath is 81% identical to products costing a fraction of the price? Chapter 8. Caudalie Grape Water. Expensive water in an aerosol can. That's Caudalie's Grape Water Mist, where antioxidant-rich polyphenol claims obscure a simple truth. You're paying premium prices for temporary cooling sensation with zero biological benefit beyond what tap water provides. Industry critiques emphasize that these mists offer minimal to zero biological benefit beyond a temporary cooling sensation. True antioxidants require stable, concentrated delivery systems to penetrate skin and neutralize free radicals. High concentrations of stable antioxidants, ceramides, or pigment-inhibiting activities are completely missing. A cosmetic chemist tested the antioxidant capacity of Caudalie's grape water and found it delivered less antioxidant protection than drinking a glass of green tea, yet costs 40 times more per ounce and requires hundreds of applications to equal the antioxidant content of a single cup. What physicians have trusted for 35 years to actually reverse pigmentation is Obagi Nu Derm Clear FX at $113. This heavy-duty, professional-grade transformation system is designed to work at the dermal-epidermal junction, where age spots originate. The formula utilizes high-potency activities like 4% hydroquinone and tretinoin. Clinical trials demonstrate a 92% improvement in severe melasma over 6 months. Dermatologists performing before and after photography on Obagi patients consistently see visible pigmentation reduction within 8 weeks, something no grape water mist has ever achieved in clinical documentation. What's the real cost of expensive grape water pretending to fight free radicals? Your trust in clean beauty marketing. Chapter 9. Sisley Paris Black Rose. $225 for phytocosmetology that's actually just inflammation. Sisley's Black Rose Cream Mask relies on dense plant oils and essential oil fragrances that act as sensitizers, triggering the exact opposite of their anti-aging claims in mature skin. You wanted holistic botanicals and natural luxury, but what you got was aromatic sensitization masquerading as plant-based healing. The brand vastly overstates the biological efficacy of its botanical extracts, relying instead on a heavy fragrance profile and basic squalane to create a temporary smoothing effect. The dense concentration of plant oils and essential oil fragrances acts as a sensitizer, triggering inflammation in aging skin rather than soothing it. Dermatologists report seeing an increase in essential oil allergies and contact dermatitis directly correlated with the rise of luxury botanical brands like Sisley, with patients developing sensitivities that make it difficult to use any fragranced products afterward. What a cellular biologist formulated when she stripped out all the aromatics is Eau Mere Skincare Collection. Formulated by an actual cellular biologist, this brand functions as a true biological research institution, focusing strictly on molecular stability and tissue health. The formulations utilize highly concentrated, biologically rational botanical extracts and synthetic compounds while avoiding all unstable oxidants. The system completely eliminates sensitizing commercial fragrances, unstable vitamins, and essential oils. The founder spent 8 years in academic research studying skin barrier function before launching the brand, and every product undergoes the same rigorous stability testing required for pharmaceutical compounds. But the next scam isn't just overpriced, it's actively damaging your skin barrier while going viral on TikTok. Chapter 10. Glow Recipe. De-influenced by dermatologists. Glow Recipe's Watermelon AHA line promises viral glass skin with fruit enzymes, but what dermatologists actually see is extremely high artificial fragrance and essential oils severely damaging skin barriers, while TikTok aesthetics distract from long-term irritation. You wanted the glowing skin you saw in viral videos, but what happened beneath that temporary dewiness was barrier destruction accumulating with every application. The brand prioritizes viral TikTok packaging and fruity scents over long-term skin barrier health. Dermatologists frequently de-influence this brand because the extremely high levels of artificial fragrance and essential oils severely damage the skin barrier. While marketed to youth, the brand aggressively targets older women looking for immediate, trendy solutions to dull, aging skin without disclosing the barrier destruction happening beneath the surface. A board-certified dermatologist analyzing Glow Recipe's Instagram comments found that 23% mentioned burning, stinging, or increased sensitivity, yet these comments are often buried beneath paid influencer testimonials praising the aesthetic experience. What dermatologists call the single most effective anti-aging intervention available is LTMD UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46 at $45. This formulation represents the universal professional standard for sun protection. Formulated with transparent zinc oxide and niacinamide, this fragrance-free, oil-free medical-grade formula provides daily photoprotection while actively reducing hyperpigmentation and redness. Dermatologists consistently cite sun protection as more effective than any serum, cream, or treatment for preventing wrinkles, age spots, and skin cancer. Yet it's the intervention most commonly skipped in favor of trendy products that offer no protection. Glow Recipe damages barriers with scented fruit acids. LTMD provides medical-grade protection that prevents aging before it starts. Chapter 11. Medicube Zero Pore Pads. Instant pore shrinking that dermatologists call a temporary illusion. Medicube's viral zero pore pads promise rapid skin wrapping with superficial film-forming agents, but cosmetic chemists warn the high fragrance and harsh physical exfoliants destroy your acid mantle, leading to severe breakouts and increased texture over time. You believed the before and after videos showing poreless skin within seconds, not realizing you were watching surface film forming create dependency while destroying the protective barrier keeping your skin healthy. The visible transformation is a temporary illusion created by superficial film-forming agents rather than actual cellular repair. Cosmetic chemists warn that the pads contain high levels of fragrance and harsh physical exfoliants that destroy the acid mantle, leading to severe breakouts, stinging sensations, and increased skin texture over time. A user survey conducted independently found that 68% of long-term Medicube users reported their skin felt rougher and more sensitive after 3 months of use, with 42% experiencing breakouts they never had before starting the product. What an oculoplastic surgeon engineered to permanently alter skin structure is MZ Skin LED 2.0 Lightmax Supercharged LED Mask at $970. Founded by oculoplastic surgeon Dr. Mariam Zamani, this medical-grade device bridges the gap between surgical techniques and home care. Clinical studies prove it reduces actual wrinkle depth by 36% and increases collagen fibers in just 2 weeks using targeted red, infrared, and blue LED wavelengths. The device uses the same LED technology found in professional dermatology offices that charge $200 to $400 per session, meaning it pays for itself after 3 treatments. This isn't just temporary, it's permanent structural change you can measure in before and after clinical photography. If this video has saved you or someone you love from wasting thousands on luxury scams and shown you the evidence-based alternatives wealthy women actually use, share it with them. This information could transform their skincare routine and their budget. Send this to someone who needs to see what's really in that caviar cream. Chapter 12. Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. A cycle of dependency disguised as overnight repair. Laneige's lip sleeping mask promises intense hydration and plumping, but the high concentration of artificial flavors and fragrances actually damages your lip barrier, making lips feel drier the more you use it. Classic addiction by design. Your lips felt softer the first week, but by month 2, they felt worse without the product than before you started. And that's not a coincidence. It's an engineered dependency. Experts confirm that the high concentration of artificial flavors and fragrances actually damages the delicate lip barrier, creating a cycle of dependency where lips feel drier the more the product is used. Medical-grade, fragrance-free barrier repair ingredients like pure lanolin or pure petrolatum are completely absent. A cosmetic chemist compared Laneige's formula to plain petroleum jelly in a 3-month study and found that petroleum jelly users showed improved lip barrier function, while Laneige users showed progressive barrier degradation, proving that the artificial fragrances and flavors were actively undermining the occlusive benefits. And here's what the pinnacle of ultra-luxury technology offers for permanent cellular regeneration. Lima Laser Starter Kit at $2,695. Representing the ultimate in ultra-luxury tech, this system provides painless, at-home cellular regeneration that reprograms aging skin at the genetic level. Medical-grade laser technology paired with highly concentrated serum and cream fights the 8 specific biological mechanisms of aging. Clinical imaging shows the laser increases skin density by 28% over 12 weeks, essentially reversing years of collagen loss without needles, downtime, or the risks associated with invasive procedures. From $45 sunscreen to $2,000 lasers, knowledge remains the real luxury. You now know the 12 luxury skincare brands that are complete scams, and the 12 evidence-based alternatives that wealthy, informed women actually use. You've seen the laboratory testing proving La Mer performs identically to $11 Nivea. You've seen the INCI analysis showing Chanel's chronopeptide contains 0 peptides. You've seen the formulation breakdowns revealing 1% orchid extracts and caviar appearing after preservatives. You've seen the 37,000% markup on $8 formulas and the 81% ingredient match between Dior and standard products. Armed with this knowledge, you'll never waste money on caviar extracts, vanilla actives, or grape water mists again. You'll never trust medical spa recommendations without checking for fragrance. You'll question every luxury claim and demand the evidence these brands hope you never ask for. The beauty industry bets you won't do the research. They're counting on heritage names, luxury packaging, and celebrity endorsements to substitute for clinical evidence. They're hoping you'll never discover that Nivea outperforms La Mer, that standard alternatives match Dior formulas at 81%, that basic petroleum outperforms engineered dependency. They're banking on you trusting the gold foil and heavy glass more than peer-reviewed science. Prove them wrong. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss when I expose the next industry manipulation. Every week, I break down which products are frauds and which ones actually deliver the results you're paying for. Next week, I'm exposing the retinol scams that are burning your skin and the gentle alternatives dermatologists actually prescribe. The beauty industry doesn't want you to know these alternatives exist because they prove you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars for transformation. You just need to know where to look. And now you do.